the skies, Sonoran mystic with ancient ties, cards in hand. He shuffles fate, turning questions into answers. No need to wait. With every spread, the truth unfolds. In his gaze, 1,000 stories told. Sonoran mystic, shining so bright, bringing love and peace in the darkest night. With wisdom deep as the desert sand, he unlocks the secrets, takes you by the hand. People gather near, seeking what they crave, guided by the spirits, each soul he saves. From tangled dreams to paths new, with every reading he brings hope in view. Mysteries unveiled, doubts drift away. In the hands of the mystic, hearts find their way. Sonoran mystic, shining so bright, bringing love and peace in the darkest night. With wisdom deep as the desert sand, he unlocks the secrets, takes you by the hand. With every tarot turn, lies redefined. In his magic presence, the world aligns.
Hello, hello, hello. It's Don from Sonoran Mystic Tarot. Welcome in, everybody. I am flying solo today. Miss Shawna is not able to be with us, so it is you, me, and the rest of the world. And my dog is just at the door paying attention. She cannot come in, so I don't allow her in. And so, interestingly enough, she has all kinds of energy today. Lord have mercy. I don't know where it comes from. Folks, last night, if you were unable to out there, a lot of good energy and a lot of good folks coming in, and your energies, when you bring the energies in, it's those energies which we use to make things happen. And so I just think it was great. Angie was on fire, to say the fire, but Angie was so on fire last night. And anyway, I can't thank her enough. Sorry about that. I'm so distracted by this dog. Hold 1 second, okay? Go on, out the door. The door, thank you, ma'am. There you go. Lord have mercy. All right, anyway, I'm back. Sorry about that. And I'm trying to figure out on my channels. One of the channels is not linking up, and I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. I don't know. It's interesting. Yeah, it's the Facebook page for Sonoran Mystic Tarot. For some reason, it is not coming live, and I don't know why. Again, Restream just drives me absolutely bonkers, and I cannot sometimes. It is what it is. It's interesting because we have the Twitch, we have everybody. Again, the Facebook Sonoran Mystic Tarot. Again, sorry, folks. We do have it for my individual page, but for some reason, not the Sonoran Mystic page. So I don't know what. And I'm not really going to work on it, I don't think. For some reason, my again, things are just crazy. I don't know what's going on with my. Okay, so let's turn this on. Try one more time. Get this working. Sonoran Mystic. And I did something new today to put in. I instituted a schedule scheduled it out instead of just going live. And that's probably part of the problem. Who knows? So there you go. I tried one more time. We're going to try to boot it up and get it going. But no matter what, let's do it. Again, welcome in. Glad to see everybody pop in. And I am so sorry about all the distraction. It's one of those days. It still shows offline. Whatever. Anyway, let's get going. I'm going to just do, for right now, I'm just going to do a little bit of readings based on your zodiac sign. So I'll figure out what it is that spirit and you need to know. And again, if you'd like a reading, let me know. Pop in, give me a chat. Let me know. And sorry, cards are flying out. I also arranged this differently so you can see today the cards as I do it. This is for the Aries out there. Aries out there, if you are an Aries, then today your energy is a 5 of Cups. Aries, get out of your funk, get out of your head. Stop worrying about what has transpired. Stop worrying about what you have lost and look to what you have gained. Okay, don't get overwhelmed or get burdened by the fact that things didn't always work out the way they're supposed to. In the end, it will work out for you. It's going to be fine. You just can't dwell. You just got to keep moving. And that's the Knight of Wands, and that's a very movement oriented thing. So again, there's been calamity, there's been some trauma, there's been whatever, but move on. And as you move on, you're going to move on to happier times again. So you're moving from calamity, from frustration, from all these other things into the happier moments. So move on. This is for Aries. Next up is Aquarius for this week. And I'll get to individual readings after I go through this, but I'm just going to go through the Zodiac and give you an idea of what I'm picking up for you for the remainder of this week. Okay. So if you're an Aquarius, this one's for you. Aquarius, your overarching energy is new happiness, new. You're in a new space. You're in a new headspace. So this is a time to I don't know, just feel young again, feel youthful, feel youthful energy. Do something silly, do something crazy, do something that makes very little sense. And so this weekend, make sure you get out and about, okay? Get out of the doldrums, get out of the frustration, walk away from the frustration, walk away from the irritation. And this week, find yourself something to just distract yourself and enjoy life. Again, get out of, bring an end to the frustration. Don't dwell on what is working against you. Instead, focus on what is going to move you forward, okay? Let go of the struggle. The struggle was real, yes, but let go of it, okay? Don't hold on to it. So that's what I got for you, Aquarius. Welcome in, Pam. Let's see, the next up. Next up is Cancer. And Cancer, the cards flew out. Cancer, this is a week for you to be in. This is the week for you to be in control, okay? So don't lose your cool. Don't get emotionally involved to a point where you can't see the forest through the trees. Okay, I mean you got to be able to just keep a level mind, level heart, level head. Okay, and when you do, you're going to see that the ending of this week is going to be so much better than the beginning of the week again. But if you allow yourself to surrender to these emotional ups and downs, you're going to find a lot of volatility. So again, stay calm and stay cool. Otherwise, you're going to draw in some frustration. And look here again, to be happy with yourself for the week, make sure again that you're walking away from that negative energy. Don't let negative people around you. Don't invite that negative space. Instead, bring that positive energy with you, and you'll be happy that you did. There you go. Next card out. Let's see. Next card out is for Capricorn. Capricorn. I'm doing it in alphabetical order, folks. That way I can remember. Capricorn, your cards that flew out were 2. Okay. First of all is your path. Capricorn, stay on your path. Get back to your path. Do what you know you need to do. Do not what you want to do. Not what you feel you have to do. Do what is in your path. Do what's on your path, okay? You need to do some changing up some things. Some things need to be refocused, reoriented, again, getting you back on your path because I feel you strayed a little bit from your path. So time to get back to it. Things weren't always as good. You thought it was going to be brighter over there. You thought it was going to be better over there. It's not. So get back to your path, okay? That is super important today. Let's see what else I have. Next is Gemini, if I recall, right? Gemini. What do we have for Gemini spirit? What do we have? What do we have? What do we have? Gemini. Ooh, Gemini, a week of possibilities. Gemini, take advantage of this positive, wonderful energy this week. There are so many possibilities out there for you. The question is, what are you going to do with it and for it? Okay, you've planted a lot of seed. The good thing is you've already done a lot of the work to get going. Now the question is, what are you going to do with that? Okay, what you need to do is listen to what folks are telling you, what people are giving you advice on. Somewhere in the advice, you're going to find the nugget, the wonderful piece of information that will make sense. And again, there's a lot of noise out there, so be careful about the noise. Make sure you pick the right people to give you the information, and you will be blessed for having done so. What is our next sign? Our next sign, let's see, after Gemini is Leo. Leo, 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 Leo. What do we have for Leo spirit? Again, welcome in, everybody. Leo. Sonoran mistake. Leo, 6 of Cups. Oh my goodness. Energy, Leo, give yourself a mind break. Give yourself a mind break. Give yourself just a little vacation this week from carrying all the luggage in your head, all the negative stuff. And I need you to just give yourself a mind break and find a way to escape and enjoy life a little bit. Be young, be youthful again, be playful. Do something silly. Do something you haven't done in a long time, or something you have never done but you always wanted to do. This is a weekend, the end of the week where you just need to, again, be a child. Be a child and allow yourself to be young again. And again, it's interesting because you're gonna say, "Oh, I've got so much to do." I don't care. Look at my face. I don't care. I don't care. You need to put you first. You need to be the drama, as Angie would say. And when you do, again, you're going to find that it's been a good thing to do. Yeah, put things on pause. Just give yourself a break. Put things on pause and be silly. And again, as Angie would say, be the drama. Okay? Enjoy it. Enjoy life. Enjoy just being silly and connecting to an energy and a person and a feeling you haven't had in a while. Ben, be the drama. And when somebody tries to call you out on it and they say, don't do that, don't do that.
Look at my face. Don't do it. No.
That's exactly what you tell. That's exactly what you tell them. Look at my face. Don't do it. I'm going to be silly. So again, take your time this weekend and just enjoy. Give yourself a break. Give yourself a vacation from life and reality. All right. Next up, who do we have? Sonoran mistake. Next up is Libra. Libra. If you are a Libra, this is for you. What do we got for Libra? Libra, 4 of Pentacles. Libra, 4 of Pentacles. Libra, watch your money this weekend. Watch your money. Pay attention and take care of the things that must be taken care of. And if it means having to not do something that you wanted to do, or having to not buy something you wanted to buy, then do it. But your economics is priority one. Do not give in to wanting to spend money you don't have this week. You got to take care of your finances. If you do, again, down the road, you can play and spend. And again, you'll be ready, but this is not the week for it. So preserve now so that you can, down the road, you can live like the queen that we have here. You can live well. You can live comfortably, but you got to preserve the cash right now. Okay. If there's a reason for it, again, that money will carry you well down the future, but not spending it this weekend. Okay. That's what we got for you. Next is Pisces. What do we have for Pisces? Sonoran mistake. Oh my goodness. I don't know. If there's somebody out there whose father or brother or maybe even grandfather who's Charles, tall, dark man, deep voice, very kind, very caring. Did he smoke a cigar? Something like that? If anybody can receive that, let me know. Because that energy is here. Again, it's like a Charles, Charlie, Chuck, Clarence, maybe even. Again, taller man, thin, dark man. Good personality, big personality about it. Not such good, but smile, talked a lot, very, very affable, very wonderful with communication, that kind of dude. Let's see. This is Pisces. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Once again, it's that dilemma. Pisces, get out of your funk. Get out of your funk. Take an appreciation for what you have. Come on, do something different. Make something happen. Do something different. Be the change agent. This is the change, and this is you making the change. So this weekend, be a change agent. Okay, get out there and do something crazy. The Five of Wands is there. Stop the struggle inside and just kind of get beyond the feeling of doing nothing can do nothing. Okay, I need you to I just need you to get out and be something special. All right. So that's what I got for you, Pisces. Welcome in, Jack. I appreciate it. I really enjoy a little. I watched it. It was cool. Honestly, you are cool, good, and I really like what you're doing. It's super cool, and I'd love to get a great conversation with you. If you're cool with that, feel free to add me on Discord. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hello, Valerie. Nice to see you in. The next card out. We're doing the readings for the various zodiac signs. Just a quick kind of weekend update, so you can know what kind of energy to tap into. I was fussing earlier with Facebook because my Facebook for Sonoran Tarot wasn't connecting in. I don't know what happened. I did the scheduling this week instead of just going live, and maybe that was a problem. Maybe I shouldn't have. I don't know. Anyway, this one is for Masa, the Scorpio. Scorpio, yes. Lord knows, I do have lots of things in the fire, and I'm trying to catch up with them, but Lord knows it's not easy. Scorpio, this is a busy weekend for you, okay? So be prepared. Be prepared to take on a lot of things, more things than you need to do because, yeah, it's what you are. But you know what? Make sure you bring the family in with that. Make sure that you involve the family in some way into the experience so that they're aware and they're not feeling neglected, all right? And let's make sure that, again, we give them appreciation because they're feeling a little bit neglected. They're feeling a little bit needy. I need a little attention. Give them a little attention. So this weekend, even though you're very busy, make sure you pay attention to your family, okay? And don't be surprised if a new opportunity, a new something arises, which could bring you some happiness and joy and maybe even some money. So keep an eye out for something fresh and new coming this week, something that could give you either maybe a lead on a new venture, a new opportunity. It could be a situation where maybe even a new job. It could be you starting a new business, or if you have a business, create a new line or something like that. But there is definitely something fresh and new coming in that's going to generate some resources for you should you wish for that. Did I do Sagittarius already? I don't think I did. I think I jumped right over from Pisces right into Scorpio and just jumped right over Sag. Let me read for Sag. And if I did, then Sag gets 2 readings because it means 2 energies. And that's why maybe I was wrong. Sagittarius, rise above. This is a weekend you're going to shine. This is a weekend to just be out there and be in the middle of everything and allow yourself to shine and have people pay attention to you. This is wonderful because the universe is going to deliver a gift this weekend. The universe is going to make you very, very happy and very, again, feeling very whimsical, very playful. So make sure you get playful. Be sure not to get into the funk. Don't allow yourself to slip into funkdom, okay? And when you don't slip into funkdom, you're going to be just a happy camper. So this is a weekend to expect something coming back into you, okay? So maybe you put out a lot of energy for friendship and the friendship is showing back to you. Maybe you put out a lot of energy on trying to cultivate something to make it right, and it's doing whatever it is. Again, that's coming back to you this weekend. So be out there, be in just good spirits, and just enjoy life. Okay. Again, don't allow the funk to slip in because it very much has potential to do so. Okay. So we don't want that. We don't want that. Next card out is for Taurus. Taurus, patient energy. Taurus, whatever you've been wanting, whatever you've been drawing in, be patient. It's on its way, but it's not coming immediately. So have a patient weekend. Don't put expectations on anybody else. Don't put expectations on yourself. If you make plans this weekend, make them understanding that they are potentially going to change. Okay. Do not set them in stone to the point where you're going to be mad because they don't happen. If it happens, wonderful. It's great to know that was going to happen. If it doesn't happen, it's okay. Things happen and I understand. That's the kind of attitude. All right. So I need you to be patient with that. There's a 9 here because, the 9 is like, you know what? You're almost there. Things are almost set, but there's still something that's probably going to jump up and bite you in the butt and you're going to be not happy. But again, if you allow yourself to understand that things happen and they're maybe out of your control and anybody else's control, don't get mad if it doesn't happen. Don't get mad if you have to cancel an obligation. Don't get mad if somebody else has to cancel an obligation. Don't get mad if things don't go quite the way you want. And if you want to be a happy camper, then be happy the fact that you had the opportunity and it didn't work out. So do something else. Do something else. Believe me, you'll fill the space, and ultimately you're gonna be a happy camper. However, if you allow yourself to be little Mr. Oh no, we had these plans and you messed them up, and now I'm mad because don't do that. Again, don't do that. If you don't do that, then you're gonna be a happy camper, and life is gonna be good. Again, be patient. Whatever, and no matter what I'm saying, is whatever you've been wanting to happen and to fall into place. Don't bring that into your weekend because it's not gonna happen this weekend. That's gonna come down the road. Okay, and don't get yourself tied up in so knots and that something else happens and that's what you blow up on. All right, we're not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. Hey, Letty, nice to see you in. Hey, Yvette, nice to see you in. Nice, Valerie, nice to see you in. Who else do we have here? Let's see. Then we have I did Taurus, Virgo. You are next. Virgo, you are next. Virgo. Oh, I like this. Virgo, spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Whatever you've been wanting to think, say, do, whatever else, do it. Just do it. Just do it. This is a Nike commercial. I should get paid for this. Just do it. No, I'm serious. This is one of those times where, if you've been putting off something, spin the wheel. If you've been neglecting something, spin the wheel. If you've been wanting to do something, spin the wheel. This is the energy for the weekend of just making things happen. Set something in motion. Even if it doesn't go the way we want, even if there are issues, just start the conversation, start the activity, start the motion, start whatever. Just get out there and do something. And you're going to be happy that you did. You're going to be very happy that you did because this card is very clear about that. It's going to ultimately be two choices. You're going to have two choices to decide, okay, do I do this or do I do this? I don't care. I don't care which. Do one. Just do one thing. Do it. Maybe even do both. Figure out a way to do them both. The point is get out there and do it, and you're going to be happy that you did. Again, abundance. This is you getting out. This is you reaping the reward, benefiting from getting out. And just because you're going to say, "Oh my gosh, how wonderful was that?" You may have met somebody new. You may run into some old friends. You may experience something you have never experienced before. You may actually wind up going to a shop and getting a deal that you have never even thought would be possible. You could wind up running into a family member. You could wind up, there's so many things that this could be, but the point is get out there and do it. Just spin the wheel and say, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And then do it. Just do it. All right. That's what I got when it comes to the individual zodiac signs. If you missed it, I think I started somewhere around the 15-minute mark, maybe between 10 and 15-minute marks. So go back and you'll find the timestamp for that starting. Sorry about that. We're having really some serious technical issues with the different services, and things are just kind of crazy. But I do appreciate you all being in. Sorry, Miss Shawna is not here. She's not able to be with us today. But that's life, and again, you just roll with it. That's how it happens. Let's see. Valerie, my dear, let's see what we have for Valerie. Valerie, are you still here? Yvette, Letty, and the rest, and Pam, if y'all want, Pamela, if you want a reading, please let me know. But I am drawn to you, Valerie. I am drawn to you very heavily for some reason today. Valerie, I'm talking, they're telling me, it's interesting because I'm like, eat your bagels. And I'm trying to figure out what the hell the bagel means. And I do think I know how it means in the way I'm seeing it. Is that on Saturday morning? Okay, on Saturday morning specifically. They're showing me Saturday morning now. On Saturday morning, get out early. Get up, get out early. Get out and do something, plan something, do something out and away, something that gets you into nature, gets you into the environment, but do it early. And because if you don't get out and do it early, you're going to be sidetracked. You're not going to have the chance to do it. And this is going to be like a healing thing, a very good thing. So get out of the house early, plan something to get you out of the house, and do something early. And that's going to set a tempo that's going to carry you through the weekend. I keep hearing get out early. So do me a favor, get out early. Seriously, get out early and do that. All right. And I think you're going to be very happy that you did. All right. That's the big thing for Valerie. That's the big energy I get there. Yvette. Hello, Can you see my messages? Yes, Yvette, I see your messages. Yes, I'm giving readings, Yvette, and Letty and the rest, and Pamela and the rest. If you are here and you want a reading, let me know. Again, I think something very strange is going on. I don't understand how the system is doing some percolating stuff here. So I'm hoping you all are picking this up. And also, let me know. Can you hear me? I know I haven't heard it yet. My unit has a position open, same as what I am now, but under a different manager and doing a different program. Advice of Spirit recommends I apply. Let me ask this question of Spirit. Two points, Letty. There, of course, the first answer is yes, apply. Always apply to see what's out there. The second one is, why are you looking? They're saying, why go lateral? Why not go up? Why are you limiting yourself to thinking you can only go here and not there? Go up. So yes, apply, but you should be looking also to apply positions that are a step up, because no matter what the situation is about the people around you, the long-term point is you need to look for upper mobility. So they're asking me, why are you not searching for up and instead looking over? Again, have faith and confidence in yourself and your abilities, but you have to be believing it first. So if you yes, apply for that other position if you want to move sideways, but again, focus on, most importantly, moving up, finding a position that is a step up and not a step sideways. Okay, and they're concerned because if you take the step sideways, you may block yourself from moving a step forward, because they're going to see that you just shifted, and why would they then shift you again? So keep that in mind. That's what they're showing me. So if you're looking for eventual step forward, then why would you move sideways? Even if it's going to help you, the question is, will it help you long term? Because again, if they're going to say, well, if you did this, why not this? You are ready. You are always ready. And you have to believe it first. Remember, if you believe it, you can achieve it. We had the conversation with Angie last night, and I'm almost certain you were in the thing, Letty, at that time. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. If you tell yourself you can do it, you can. If you tell yourself you cannot, I promise you, you will not. If you cannot, you will not. Okay? So let's not go there with that. Let's make sure we own that positive energy. All right? Let's see. What else was I picking up? If any of you are in the stock market and you're looking to make a move one way or the other, Tuesday of next week is going to be a very good day, a very big day for market moves, market trajectory issues. There's something about super. Thank you, Letty. There's something about Tuesday next week. So pay attention to Tuesday. If you are somebody who's watching the market, somebody who's watching your investments, or somebody who's looking to get in the market or maybe even exit the market, Tuesday of next week is going to be a very active day, a very very busy day for a lot of investors. If you ever thought about getting into day trading or swing trading, Tuesday is probably going to be a good day for that. Not probably, Tuesday will be a good day for that. And I'm saying, pay attention to small caps. Pay attention to small cap stocks. That's going to be the big thing on that day. The AI stocks are going to take a little bit of a hit this coming week for some reason. I don't know why, but spirits tell me there's some kind of news out there that's coming in that it may bump the AI stocks a little bit. They may take a little bit of a bump. And I'm hearing it's news again from China. There's something about China. The Chinese developers are going to come forward again with something that is inspirational and maybe a game changer this coming week with AI. So there's something about the Chinese and what they're doing at AI that's going to, again, create some rumbles in the AI marketplace, because they're going to say, damn, China is pushing forward in a big way. And they are. And that's what's going to be driver of AI this week. So pay attention to that with the small caps, because if the small caps you're involved in is an AI stock, it may not go the way you're hoping it will. And pay attention to the news on that, because that's important. That's a really important driver, a real important driver. And I don't know if anybody has seen, I don't know if you guys remember this, but in the 90s, in the 80s, in the mid to late 80s, um, PC personal computers, the thing that we use that are now like our phones now are the old personal computers, right? And actually, our phones have so much more power than our personal computers. Even our mainframes back then did not have as much power as our cell phones. But and I digress. The point is that the late 70s through the early 80s into the 90s, there was a boom on personal computers. They wanted one on everybody's desk. Nobody had them. They had terminals if they used computers at all, and they had typewriters. All that was replaced by PCs. PCs came in and flooded the market. You had Dell, you had HP, you had IBM. IBM was the stellar name in personal computers, and IBM is not even a name in computing anymore very much. I mean, it's just nothing like it used to be. And yet, it created the bellwether. It was the bellwether. It was the standard. It's crazy, right? Anyway, so we had that come through, and then all of a sudden, and a lot of leverage come in there. When I say leverage, I'm talking this. A lot of private capital came in and leveraged into these companies and put a lot of money into companies. And so Austin was built on Dell computers, the city of Austin, because Dell became, in there. A Gateway, which is a company we don't even know anymore. Gateway was one of the biggest computer makers in the world. They put together the PCs. What happened is the parts were made by different people, but they put them together in a computer, and they sold these Gateway packages. Dell Computing, HP, you name them. Okay, and now you look at them, and Compaq, which is long since gone, that was in Houston, Texas. So you have all these companies that went away because the leverage money, the private equity, pulled out of the market at one point, and the market collapsed. So without the private equity flowing in, it didn't keep the market alive. The market wasn't there. Then after that was the tech boom to a degree, right? And then in the 90s, late 90s, we had another tech boom. Again, that was the PC boom. Then we had the tech boom and all these tech companies, and it was Yahoo and AOL and all these folks who jumped on the internet. The internet was finally coming to its fruition. And all this money flew in and just flooded the marketplace into these tech companies in the tech industry. And after a while, again, you saw companies. So many. It looks like something just happened. I don't know what happened. Let me know if I'm still live. It looks like I am. I don't know. The system has gone just freaking crazy. Oh my goodness. Anyway, the point is that Yahoo and I had a different screen. For some reason, the screen changed. I don't even know what's going on. It's like a camera blue. I don't know. Like, what the heck? Are we back? I guess so. I don't know. Anyway, let's go back here. There we go. So we had the tech boom and the tech bust, and that happened. And so now we see ourselves. You're welcome, Letty. Now we see ourselves down the road turned into real estate. Everybody went into real estate, and everybody was ready to get into real estate. And then real estate boom, and it went up. And then it was all this fake money and fake leveraging that came into be, and all this money that wasn't even there. It was just all this money flowed in to buy these properties, and then all of a sudden we had a blowout. And so then the real estate crashed. And when the real estate crashed, a lot of things crashed. That was in '07, if you remember right. And so at that point, McCain wound up running for president. Obama won because he had a cooler head and said we need a change because this cannot happen again. So we put all these things in place and protections and so forth, like this civilian protection board, which helps to protect the little guy and has returned to us $71 billion. And other things like that. So again, we responded, but we get into these bubbles. That's my point. We get into these bubbles, and what happens is money, private money, and leveraging finds these bubbles, creates the bubble. Actually, they find these ideas, they turn them in, and everybody floods in there, and they float. And that's what's happening right now. What's happening right now is we're seeing this with the AI. All of a sudden, a year ago, 2 years ago, Sam Altman says, "Hey, ChatGPT is the best thing since sliced bread. It's better than sliced bread because you don't have to worry about eating it. It'll make it for you, and then it'll eat it for you. Then it'll tell you how good it was." I mean, that's how AI has come to be. So Sam Altman with ChatGPT took us to a whole new level. And after he showed us what we can do, and then Midjourney with the images and other companies jumped on board, then we see, and the OpenAI, I mean, all that stuff. Then we saw this boom, and money flew in. Private equity flew in, because private equity looks at it this way. You have, and again, this is not readings, I know, but this is important to understand based on where we are because of what I said just a few minutes ago. Private equity says, look, there are players in this space. And so there's OpenAI, there's Sam Altman, his people, there's Elon Musk, and there's a few others. And actually, I can tell you the names of the players more so than the companies, because the companies really, except for ChatGPT, the companies really don't stand out so much, and Midjourney. And so what happens is that the private money floods in, and it floods into not just the big companies, but it also looks at the little guys, and says, which of one of these little guys have the most potential to go to the next level? And so they'll put money in those too. So in other words, they invest in 6 companies, hoping that at least one of them will be a rock star. And generally speaking, if you were in the tech boom and you had put money into Yahoo and Google and Amazon, remember, Amazon was almost bankrupt. Amazon was on its last leg, and then it turned into the behemoth it was, because it changed route, because it was a bookstore, and it changed route. It saw Barnes and Nobles go down. It saw what's the other one? Oh man, I can't think of the other company. But anyway, there was another bookstore, and so Amazon changed and became this behemoth. But it was not. It was almost bankrupt until the private equity flew in and saved it. And so what I'm saying here is that we're seeing the private equity flow in. And the question is, how long? We will not know until hindsight. This is the sad part. We'll not know until hindsight, when the world falls apart again. But what we're seeing here is that we are seeing the inflow of that money. That money will come in. It'll put it in all these different little pockets. And then eventually at one point they'll say, oh, there's nothing else here to see. There's nothing else here to do. And the money will dry up, and AI will crash. AI will crash, and that whole marketplace will be poof. And then you're going to have 2 or 3 big companies that will rise and stay. And that's the same thing with computing. Remember, IBM started it, pushed it, was the big player in that space. Gateway, another big player in the space, not involved in PCs anymore. Austin's Dell Computing, still there. HP, still, and HP used to be a mainframe computer people, and yet they turned into PCs, and HP is like the PC king. And then, of course, Apple. And Apple almost went bankrupt too. I don't know if you all remember this. Steve Jobs left, and then when they brought Steve Jobs back to save Apple, because Apple was going under. So pay attention to the AI space. Pay very much attention to the AI space. Pay attention to equity as it's flowing in. Pay attention to where the money's coming from, and pay attention to these things. And that's why I said next week, when I talked about earlier, spirits told me next week there's going to be another news release from China about AI. And again, it's not expected. People did not expect to hear this news, but it's going to, again, make people think a different way about AI, think a different way about how we in the US is doing AI. And you may see money flow out of AI. And if that happens, we may see a little bit of a bust. And when AI busts, the market will bust, because AI has been keeping the market moving forward. And it's not solely there, but I'm telling you it's there. So next week can be really interesting if it happens. Again, I'm not saying next week you'll see the bust, because again, we don't see the bust until hindsight. But things are lining up, folks. Things are lining up to give us insight if we know our history. Remember, history is prologue. So if we know our history and we look at the tech boom, we look at the PC boom, we look at the housing boom, right? And then those turned into busts. If we know what we've seen previously, and we do, and we take that and put it over top of each of those, we are in the midst to later stage of AI. Even though AI seems so fresh and new, really, it was coming to fruition 2-3 years ago, but it came to a head last year with ChatGPT and again Sam Altman and his group, and so much money has flowed into that space since, and we're getting ready to see where it's called a Laffer curve. Is that what it is? It's where you get to a point where it can't go up anymore, and so it starts doing this, and it can't stay there anymore either, because again, money is always moving. So if money is not doing this, it's gonna do this, because then what happens is people start moving the equity from there and they put it elsewhere, and they're chasing the next big thing. So next week could be very interesting, and I'm curious to see how it plays out. Watch your screens, watch your news. You're not going to see the market initially crash or tank if this happens. Kind of the energy I'm picking up. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is pay attention to this as a key moment in the history and trajectory going forward that could lead us down the road to when the bubble will pop. I mean, if anybody thinks we're not in a bubble, then go onto your computer right now, on your phone, whatever, go into Google and type AI articles. Just type AI space articles, and you will be deluged with articles about AI. AI. It's the greatest thing since sliced bread. It is sliced bread. It replaces sliced bread. It's better than the internet. It's more earth-shattering than the internet. It's more earth-shattering than the microwave oven. It's more earth-shattering than text and print, than printing press. I mean, all these things, because that's what they're doing and that's what they're saying, and they're building up that energy, and we know what happens when that happens. Yes, AI is fascinating, and yes, AI is changing things. But again, we are seeing the genesis. We're seeing the seeds that have already been planted that are going to lead us to a place that ultimately, if we're ahead of the curve, we don't get caught in. If anything, you get uncaught and you play it going down and you make some money. Okay. And it will start off a little slow, and then it'll just fall, because when private equity pulls their money out, man, they do it quick. They don't take the risk. They don't care. They want their money saved, and so they pop it out. So there you go. Why did I? Oh, yes, I know what's going. I was just giving you. That's because why did I go into all that? I remember. Again, it's because of what was happening next week. So on Tuesday, again, the market's going to be one of its craziest days. We're going to see some activity for whatever reason, and then don't be surprised if during the week the Chinese put out something about something that they're doing in AI that causes the rest of the AI people to say, really? Because we're talking the folks in Silicon Valley in California, where again the info age came to be and tech age came to be. They've told us it's going to take millions and billions and billions and trillions of dollars to put all this AI into place and to build it. And so people are throwing money at it. And then the Chinese came out, about a few months ago, and gave us Mindseek and said, we did it on 5 mil. We did this on 5 mil. And they're like, wait a minute, they want 70 billion from the government and you did it on 5 mil? Who got the better deal here? Somebody, what? So again, the Chinese are flipping the script. And if this happens as I see next week, we're going to see, again, some ripples that will have a lasting effect. So pay attention. Pay attention. All right, folks. Let's see. Who else is still here? I'm going to do a few quick reads, and then I'm going to be out of here, okay? So let's do a few quick reads. If you want a reading, let me know. Just say something. Put your name up and say general, or if you have a specific, don't ask for a reading. Just say general or give me a question, okay? And we ain't doing love. You know that. Love is off the table. We ain't doing love. If I give you a love reading, it's because you earned it in the sense that I was given the information, but I'm not giving you love readings. So let's see. Is there anything else? Just trying to think. I felt there was some more information. Oh, yes. If you watch my YouTube channel and you watch my weekly uploads, you'll notice that this week I've changed my process. Moving forward from this week, you'll see instead of me posting 12 on Saturday or Sunday, or on Saturday through Sunday, I'm not going to post all 12 on that day or those days. What I've broken it down to is on Tuesday, I will post I think it's the fire signs. So that's three of the zodiac. And then on Wednesday, I'm posting the air signs. I'm almost certain. Thursday, the water signs, and Friday, the earth signs. And so you'll see 3 a day for 4 days that are posted for the following week. And so if you see them come out on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday of whatever week it's in, those are for the following week. All right. And so instead of putting them all on the weekend, I'm spreading them out through the week. All right. And I asked astrologers and said, hey, which of the sign groups, again, earth, air, fire, water, which of those are connected to which days? I wanted to make sure that I released them on days that were connected to those signs specifically, and therefore use that energy to the advantage. And that's why I chose those signs on those days, not the signs, but on the sign groupings. All right. So got that taken care of. Let's see. Letty, this one's for you. Let's do some Letty reading. Letty. Letty, things are changing around you, and you can't do anything to stop it, but you can do something to use it to your maximum advantage. This is a strength card. Be strong with the changes. Let them flow. Make sure you're using them to your advantage, and stay out of the workplace calamity. Stay out of the struggles and fussing at work. Whatever this is, and this Letty, I think is the problem you're having at work. And again, it is time for a change. We talked about that. And then the strength card is there, and the strength card is saying very clearly, you're strong enough to work through this. So yes, Letty, you were asking about a change. You need to make a change. You definitely need to make a change. Ray Lopez, this one's for you, my dear. Ray, you're not a happy camper right now. Look at this. I'm serious. You're not a happy camper, but you have the ability to make yourself a happy camper, Ray. So make sure that we shake off the doldrums. Make sure that this is the manifester. Determine what it is you want, okay? Determine what it is you want that will make you happy. What is it that your trajectory, whatever it is, or maybe even just the people around you. There's a man around you who is causing you some consternation or grief, and so know that if you have to, be the manifester of change, make something happen. Just speak up, okay? Speak up and say, you know what, this ain't working, or we need to have some different situation or whatever, because I just get the feeling you're not a happy camper, but you can be. You have to make the first move to bring about change. If you don't change, if you don't seek change, change will not happen. All right, Valerie 2023. This one's for you. Ooh, Valerie. Valerie, you're looking for a man, because this is like a man, a new young man coming into your life. A man who will help stabilize and balance your life, who's going to make you think differently. So this could be a love relationship. It could be a work situation where, again, somebody's teaching you something, a new craft or whatever. I'm not picking up a whole lot of love here. This isn't a love feeling, because there's not a lot of emotions. There's not a lot of cups here. There's not a lot of that kind of energy. This is more about when it comes to work environment. And so it's somebody who is very good at what they do at work, okay? And somebody, again, who is older, more experienced, and they're going to help you, okay? That's what I'm seeing there. Next is Pamela. What do we got for Pamela? Pamela. And then Yvette. Pamela, keep planting those seeds. Keep planting the seeds and keep doing the work. Doing you have work to do, and keep doing the work. Again, the conflict it just doesn't go away. It just doesn't go away. It's like a constant conflict in your life. If it ain't one thing, it's another. But stay positive. Keep planting the seeds, because you're seeing things grow. You're seeing benefit from it. Okay, it's just going to take some time, but try to avoid the conflict. Rise above the conflict. Don't be drawn into it. Okay, this is not a time to do that. Okay, this is a time to rise above it. Yvette, my dear, stay strong this week. This is a week for you to be strong as you can. Be that strength in the family, the strength at business. Be that strong energy around you. All right, and there's that Knight of Pentacles, and so that Knight of Pentacles is interesting, because the Knight of Pentacles is there's some movement there. There's a press forward. There's a motion forward. That seems like you're the one who can. There's just, it's interesting. I get a feeling of a lot of instability around you. A lot of people around you who are going through some just things that they've created, even. But again, instability. And I see the energy here for you to come in and to be the strength for them, to be the nurturing, be the person who can help them to shift their energies. And when you do, and when they do, they're going to be happy. Again, this is the World card, so you're going to help people come around. You need to be the strength in the storm. People just kind of acting silly, and you need to make them realize, hey, you're not going to die because of this. You're not going to. This is just a bump in the road, and the silly infighting. Again, you got to stop. You got to keep them from doing that. Okay, so you got to be the arbiter. You got to be the adult in the room this weekend. Okay, this week. Okay, that's what I'm getting from you. KK, welcome in. Welcome in. You are next. I'm going to give you a general if you're okay with that. And again, we're just doing a few card draws. Okay, KK. Ooh, KK, let it go, let it go. Don't carry it, KK. Whatever negative energy is coming at you, if there are people around you who are bringing some negative energy, let it go, let them go. It's time to put them on pause, if not put them out of their picture, because you can't keep carrying this around. This is first of all, some of it's not even your energy. They dumped it on you. But just don't carry it with you. You don't need that energy. Okay, you need rest. You definitely need rest and a break from that energy and those folks. Okay, so put them on timeout, and when you do, your life is going to get back to a more balanced life where you again can enjoy it. Because right now, there's just some people around you who are not helping you enjoy life. If anything, they're draining you. There are some energy vampires. Be careful about the energy vampires, because they're kind of the gnarliest. They don't even know it sometimes, but man, they can suck the hell out of your energy. So let's not let that happen, okay? That's what I get for you, KK. Kathleen Harris, good morning, Kathleen. You are next, my dear. I'm going to go a 3-card draw for you. Let's see what we have for Kathleen. Kathleen, who's a welder? If you don't know a welder, then if you have a grandchild, a grandson, direct him in welding. I'm hearing welding, welding, welding. So if you have a son or a nephew or something like that, or even a niece, somebody who wants to get into changing their career or something, or somebody who's looking to get into career, tell them to check into welding. I'm being told as soon as your name popped in, I heard welding, 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 welding. So if you don't already know welders, then then this is news again to share with someone who's looking for a career. And again, is it a son? Is it a grandson, a daughter, a granddaughter? Somebody around you who needs to hear that welding is a good thing to do, and they should be looking at going into that career. So don't be surprised if if you haven't already heard it, in the next few weeks, you may hear somebody come up to you and start talking like, I don't know, I'm lost, I don't know what to do, I don't have a lot of whatever, or I don't want to sit in a classroom, I don't want to do this. Tell them welding. You were already directed. Welding, 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 welding. Okay, let's just do that. Oh my goodness. With that said, you know what? I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to try to figure out these technological issues on the other side, and so I don't have this repeat again. And again, I apologize for the technical issues, which threw me away a little bit in the beginning. But you know what? Restream surprises me. The internet surprises me. But what doesn't surprise me is the good energy you guys bring. You guys are amazing, and I am so glad you popped in, and I'm glad you support the channel. Please hit the like, share, subscribe, and follow. Also, don't forget to check out the new podcast. Sorry, I lost there. The new podcast. The new podcast is with Shawna and myself, and it is called the Conversations for the Conscious Mind. And we already have episodes 1 and 2 up there on Spotify, and they're also on YouTube. The first one to go live was this one. It's the Guiding Principles for Navigating Life. And and then the second one that went live, and again, this is on YouTube. It's under its own YouTube, as its own YouTube channel. It's also on Spotify. So if you go into Conversations for the Conscious Mind, you're going to find it on. And this is let me pull this up. This is the Spotify landing page, and this is the image from that. And so we're going to talk about things that are in for self-help and development, and helping people kind of understand what's going on in the world. And so again, the first topic was navigating. I'm trying to get back to it here. Is navigating the principles, guiding principles that navigate you through life or for life. Okay. And the second one is the quieting self-doubt. Man, we all fight self-doubt. So this is an interesting conversation about self-doubt. The next one up, I'm thinking, is boundaries. It's all about boundaries. So understand that, okay? That's a good thing as well. And so check out that podcast. Click on that, subscribe, and follow that one as well. And please also don't hesitate to subscribe to my YouTube and Facebook channels in this regard as well. With that said, I think we're done pretty much. Also, don't forget my book, The Ultimate Power Within, Unleashing Magic of Affirmations, is still available for sale. And so far, as I told you, we've shifted the readings for the various groups. And so right now we have Aries up on the YouTube channel. Aries is up. Leo is up. And this is again for next week already. Sagittarius is up. 6 of the signs are already up. Let me see the rest of them here again. Aquarius, Gemini, and you can always go back and find these, which is nice. And then Libra. Today we're putting up it's not the earth signs. I think today is the fire sign, or the fire signs. So anyway, be prepared and check them out. Let me know how they resonate with you. Again, these are the signs for next week. I'm putting them up earlier in the week, so you have the weekend to deal and process with them, okay? So that you'll be ready by the weekend to use them for the week coming ahead. With that said, I'm going to let you guys go. Have an amazing weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Get out and just breathe air. Enjoy the family. Enjoy life. And most importantly, let it go. Let go of all the frustration, the anger, the things that drive us crazy, and embrace the things that make us happy. Family, life. And family, funny because family can do both ways, but let's make it be a good family experience this weekend. All right? Have a great one, y'all. We'll talk later. This is Don with Sonoran Mystic Tarot. And I'm going to get out of here the way I came in, using my song. The song was made for me. If this thing ever loads. Here we go. Have a great one. Bye-bye.
In the desert light, he paints the skies, Sonoran mystic with ancient ties. Cards in hand, he shuffles fate, turning questions into answers. No need to wait, with every spread, the truth unfolds. In his gaze, 1,000 stories told. Sonoran mystic, shining so bright, bringing love and peace in the darkest night. With wisdom deep as the desert sand, he unlocks the secrets, takes you by the hand. People gather near, seeking what they crave, guided by the spirits, each soul he saves. From tangled dreams to paths new, with every reading he brings hope in view. Mysteries unveiled, doubts drift away. In the hands of the mystic, hearts find their way. Sonoran mystic, shining so bright, bringing love and peace in the darkest night. With wisdom deep as the desert sand, he unlocks the secrets, takes you by the hand. With every tarot turn, lies redefined in his magic breath.